Oh, just turned off.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
Good health.
Good health, Tracey. How are you?
I'm doing fine, and good health to you, Ifaseye.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to tell IG that we do have a guest, and if we can, we have a guest every Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And we have, who do we have here? How do you want to be referred to?
Okay, I am Priestess Iyalode Ifaseye. Most people call me Ifaseye. Iyalode is a title, and priestess is what I am. I am a priestess, yes.
So we have a priestess on, and her name is Priestess Iyalode Ifaseye. Iyalode
Mm-hmm.
Ifaseye.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Priestess Iyalode Ifaseye. Now, whenever I see priestess, I think of African tradition. I think the highest feminine power. I know power is a big word, but I'm sorry. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I think respect, right? So how did you become a priestess? Why are you a priestess? Like, did you desire that? Like, what went on? Tell us about you.
Oh, it's a long story. Let me try to give a very short version.
Okay.
So I grew up Christian, and also specifically Christian in the path of spiritual Baptist from the West Indies. Both my parents, my mother's passed now, but both my parents were spiritual Baptists.
And the West Indies?
In the
West Indies?
Trinidad specifically.
Trinidadian. Oh, I love it. Can I, before you finish, when I was in Staten Island, the Trinidad, like, you know, we have the West Indian parade.
Yes.
And the Trinidads wanted me to be on their parade.
Really? Oh, well, why did you do it?
I was so scared. I didn't understand. Because I think my family intimidated me, right? You know, I think they were like, well, why are they asking you? And what are they gonna do to you? And I was like, I don't know. They just asked me to be in their parade. So I didn't, because I let other people intimidate me, which is why I stay on angry mode now, because nobody can stop me anymore. I know I would have loved it.
You would have enjoyed it. You would have been hooked.
Oh,
you would have been hooked. I'm telling you. Yeah. So first of all, before I continue, I just wanted to thank you for giving me the opportunity, you know, and just sharing your platform with so many, right? I want to acknowledge you for that, you know, and go on record saying that I know that not many people would do something like that, not in the way that you do it, right?
Yeah.
You're not looking for anything in return.
Nothing,
right?
ever. Yeah.
And that's very apparent. So
well, I am looking for everyone that comes on to rise. And for themselves. But you know me, I don't ask for payment, nothing. You know, we don't have enough of us. Well, at the time that I started this, I believed we didn't have enough Black faces out there in the metaphysical world. Now, with the onset of TikTok, oh, child, we got so many people out there. But I believed at the time there weren't enough.
Right.
And so,
yeah, I just wanted to thank you for that.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. So my journey to this road, if you will, started, you know, maybe about 20 years ago. And as I told you, I was a Christian. I had also the influence of the spiritual Baptist faith, which is, you know, some people call it Shouter Baptist because, you know, they beat the drums and they, you know, the Holy Ghost mountain, you know, and it's like you're clapping and things like that. So I had those influences, right? So
I never had that experience. I changed my religion at some point, but I changed my religion a lot thinking I was looking for God. I didn't know that God was in me. I tell people that story a lot. But I switched over to Southern Baptist. I didn't know that there was such a thing as spiritual Baptist.
Yeah.
So the next time I come to New York, which I will.
Okay. I'll take you to my dad's church. You know, he has his own church here. Yeah.
I'll be there. Thank you. I'd love to have that experience.
You will experience it. So, yeah. So, you know, I got to a certain stage in life where I just started searching. Whatever I was doing, it just wasn't it, you know? And, you know, fast forward, it's a long journey, but, you know, just for the sake of time, fast forward, I stepped I came upon the realm of Ifa and Orisha. Never heard of it, didn't know what it was, what it was about, right?
Right.
And growing up a spiritual Baptist, you know, and hearing the grown up saying, you know, about demonic this and demonic that and the other thing, right? So, and then also television movies, right?
Oh my God, the movies.
Yeah, so
I can't watch those movies.
You know, so with that, I had that kind of like preconception, right? But here's the thing. I was really afraid, right? But as much as I was fearful, as much as I was determined, it was like I knew that was it. Didn't know what it was about, didn't know anything of it, etc. You know, so fast forward, you know, my sister-in-law introduced me to this person that she knew, who later became my spiritual godfather, right?
Is that the one on FB?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is we
early on.
We had our spiritual house together, the one that's on Facebook. Yeah. So yeah, so one thing led to the next thing you know, messages, right? Through divination and readings and things like that, and just dreams and spirit talking to you, and you just knowing, right? Because once you become connected, right, to whatever your source of spirituality is, you're gonna know it, right? And so you're gonna start hearing the message, right? And the key is to be obedient in spite of, right? So meaning in spite of what anyone might say, what anyone might say, right?
Yeah.
You have to trust that this is your spiritual entourage. That's what I call them, my spiritual entourage, right? And they will guide me to wherever I need to go. They have my best interest at heart above.
They do.
Above man.
Oh my God. I love that.
Man, you know?
I love that.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I call them my spiritual monsters. They're okay. They're okay with that because I think some of them are badass. Like they're not little tiny angels and fairies, which are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Mine just happen to be monsters.
Right.
And somebody mentioned something about leaving my door open. I was like, you don't know who's standing at my door. Don't worry about me.
That's right.
I got monsters at my door. And they're big. And they're not the prettiest.
Listen, if someone's coming for your child, you're going after that person, right? So it's not, so they won't necessarily mess with people, right? But if they're coming
Right.
to you, then you know.
That's what I'm telling you. And it's also part of the discipline. So when spirit says, close your door, Tracy, I get up and I close my door, right?
Right.
I don't mess with my own goddamn monsters when they say, hey, walk a different way this time.
That's right.
And if I say, oh my God, I'm too tired, this is the easier way, walk a different way.
And
right?
that's the key, Tracy. Obedience.
Yes.
Right? Because what that does is strengthen your connection to them. Right? And it helps you to hear them better. Right? So even if you're not hearing them physically, it could be a thought, it could be a feeling, it could be,
Yes.
you know, the hair raising at the back of your neck.
Oh, yes.
You know, whatever. But
Yes.
that is communication with them. Right? And in order to strengthen that, obedience. Obedience is the key, right? So on my journey, I just became obedient, right? And I was not so concerned about what everyone else had to say. Now, again, this path is traditional Yoruba practice, right? So this path has a stereotype, you know, one of the practices that people want to call demonic and, you know, all of that, you know, with, you know, the Orishas.
No, I don't know. I don't know people like that. No.
Ogun,
No, I'm dead
Oshun,
serious.
Eshu,
I'm dead serious. Wait, hold on a second. I'm dead serious. I don't know people like that. People know not to come to me with the bull.
Yeah. Oh no, they won't come to me. But you know, that's what. Oh no, they won't come.
That's okay for them to believe.
With that,
but you can rest assured they'll be coming over. Because what are we discovering? We're discovering, thank God, Oshun, Ogun, Shango. What are we discovering? And why are we discovering them? It's our rightful gods and goddesses.
It's the way of our ancestors, right?
It's the way of our ancestors.
And there are many other African spiritual traditions, right?
Yes.
But, you know, again, it's the way of our ancestors, you know?
And just let me remind people that your very horoscope is based upon somebody else's God.
Thank you.
The star system is based upon somebody else's God. Indians are allowed to have Lakshmi. Asians are allowed to have their own Kuan Yin. These are just examples to bring up, but they have so much more. And Blacks never have.
Well, you know something, Dory?
At least Black Americans, we didn't have the ability to remember, because if we maintained the memory, they would take our children away. They would rape our husbands. They would rape us.
Yeah.
Like the whole objective was to forget your people.
Yeah. And some people did it for their own survival. You know,
some people did it for their own survival.
Right? They did
yes.
it for their own survival. Some people kept it, but they kept it underground, right?
Secret. Like the Taino Indians still exist.
Yeah.
In secret.
Yeah, they had to do it underground. Even today, so like the spiritual Baptist faith, there are certain things that they do, and it's done at night because of that history of doing everything in the dark, in secret, right?
Wow.
So, for example, baptism, right? When there's a baptism taking place in the spiritual Baptist faith, it starts at night. It goes all night. And then, you know, the pilgrim, as we call that person or people, would then be taken to the water and baptized at night, just before sunrise, right? So a lot of the ways and rituals kept that sort of like nighttime thing, or you know, even though it's not a problem to do it during the day.
Right, I get it.
Traditional, it became kind of like a tradition, right?
Yes.
But anyway, you know, so fast forward, I found myself in this tradition, which I really, really connected to. I did not know what it was, did not understand what it was, but I knew this was it. whatever it was, I knew that this was it, right? So, you know, one thing led to the next, and then one thing led to the next, and then initiation came, right? And so I am, well, let me say, I am a priestess of Oshun. So I'm initiated to Oshun. I'm initiated to Obatala, Ifa, Egbe. Egbe, I think, is in recent years came to the diaspora in terms of people hearing about Egbe and understanding what Egbe is. Egbe is our counterparts in heaven, our comrades, right? They know why we're here. I mean, our spiritual entourage knows why we're here, but Egbe plays a big role in our destiny, you know, in fulfilling our destiny. So, yeah, so from one thing leading to the next, you know, these initiations came, right? Nothing that I was looking for, because I'm always of the belief that you should only want what your purpose dictates that you should have. So if it's not in my destiny, I don't want it, right? So
but I have a question about that, because sometimes we do want something, and in spirit says that's not for you, right? Like, I wanted to be an air traffic controller, right? I wanted to be a 911 dispatch operator, right? And I also knew that I could do it. So I thought, right? The human said I could do it.
Right.
Spirit said, hell no. And sometimes in your ego, you want to go back and revisit something that you couldn't do. You're like, oh, bad day, let me do it again. And Spirit said, hell no. Until I found the very thing that Spirit never took from me. And that was my psychic ability.
Because, you know, I mean, whatever anyone came here to do, you know, in my traditional practice, we believe that people come from heaven to earth to fulfill a particular destiny that was blessed by God. You know, the Yoruba name for God is Olodumare, right? So Olodumare had blessed that destiny for you, right? So if that's the agreement that you have, that's what you act for, right? And for support with that, right? So this is where Orisha comes in, right? To support you on this journey, right? So now if what you decide, so now you're in the physical, right?
Right.
So now you're going to see things that, you know, may be of interest to you, but may not particularly be your destiny, right? So this is where Spirit is going to say, no, 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 because if you go that way, it's going to take you off course.
Yes, I understood that later. Yes.
Yeah. So some things that you might be doing today, that Spirit is an agreement for you to do, may be a stepping stone to something so much bigger and greater. You don't know. However, it is on the path of your destiny, right? Right. So for me, I always said, you know, I want my dollar, not a dollar and 1 cent, not 99 cents. I want my dollar, right? So that's where my focus always is, because we have to trust and believe that whoever we were made to be is great. It all adds to the whole.
It does. Yeah.
It's all needed, right? So we don't need to worry about anyone else's journey other than to support them or possibly have them support us as well, right? So this is where you know, things evolved for me. And then in 2016, Spirit blessed me with a chieftaincy title, right? So this is where Iyalode comes in, right? Iyalode means mother of all mothers, right? And so the actual title is Iyalode Egbe Atorise, which means one who helps people and supports people in fulfilling their destiny, right? So with that, you know, being obedient and positioning myself to do what it is that I am made to do, people come to me from all over. I don't have to recruit anyone or go out to get anyone. They just find their way to me through this
That's
one,
right.
through that one, or, you know,
That's
just
right.
happenstance. Do you know what I
That's
mean?
right. I
Um,
do. Mm-hmm.
for me to be able to do whatever it is they need for me to do for their life, for their progress, etc. So now it doesn't mean to say that no one else can do what I do. It's not about that. It's about spirit, right? So
Mm-hmm.
spirit to spirit, their spirit needing to connect with my spirit, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's what it's about. So it doesn't mean that, oh, I can do it and no one else can. It's about
Mm-hmm.
where the spirit aligns, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's how I found my way, you know. And over time, started doing a lot of healing work, as told by spirit. I am a healer, right? And even though I
Mm-hmm.
didn't believe it,
I know.
and I'm like, how can I do that? I don't know, but
Yeah.
trust, trust and belief, and things just start happening. Things just start coming in your path that will help you to accomplish those things, you know.
Yes.
So as you know, I am a spiritual herbalist, right? I am a healer. I'm a Reiki master, right?
Yes. Yes.
Um, and spiritual advisor, and of course a spiritual godparent, right?
Mm.
Doing spiritual work for people, for my godchildren, and for people and things like that. And then I
Yeah.
walked into the path of tarot. Right.
How did that come about?
uh, it was
Because I
just
have a funny feeling, just so you know.
uh,
I think the path of tarot was to connect all of us in the group.
I
That's what
believe,
I think.
no, I really
Right?
believe that. I agree with that, because I woke up one day, literally woke up one day. It was between Christmas and New Year, 1 December, right? And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
maybe 2018.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 2018. And I woke up. The first thing on my mind was tarot cards. Something that
Mm.
I knew nothing about.
Yeah.
I had heard about it, right? But when I thought about tarot cards, I thought about, you go to the little, you know,
Gypsy.
yeah, I didn't want to say that, but
Yeah.
so I'm like, why tarot? Why is this on my mind? So then I started doing research, this and that and the other, understanding the, RWS, versions and stuff like that, and
What's
then
RWS? What's RWS?
Rider-Waite-Smith,
Oh,
the
oh, oh.
the
Sorry.
Rider-Waite-Smith, right?
Sorry. Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's
I've
okay.
never referred to it as RWS. I
But
learned something today.
we learn something every day.
Yes, we do.
So I started reading the books and things like that, and it just started sticking easily. It's like there was no struggle with it.
Mm.
So I said, oh, I don't know what this is about, because in Ifa we use different type of divination tools, right? I said, I don't know what this is about, but okay, spirit, I'll go with it. And I love it. I really love it. It's been a few years, so I wouldn't say that I am the expert. I don't have like 10 years experience with it, but I
Mm-hmm.
really like it, and I really see how spirit speaks through the tarot cards,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
each deck has its own individual personality.
Vibration.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes. Yes.
And so that's how the journey to tarot started for me. And then I found my way to you. I was hiding in the bushes for a while, just watching the show and things like that.
Everybody does. It's so funny. I get readings and people go, I've been watching you for years. Okay.
Yeah, you know. So and then eventually I subscribed, and then I heard
Yes.
you say it was My God, it was just a year ago, right? You said that you were announcing that you were having tarot classes, and I'm like, and at the time I was doing a spiritual herbalism
I
apprentice.
remember.
And we were having
Yes.
conflict, right?
Yes,
But
yes, yes.
but you were so gracious to allow me to come in whenever I can, and you had the recordings that I could refer to, and you offered,
Yes.
if that works for you, then try it out and see, right? And
Oh,
that worked
yeah.
for me, right?
And here's the thing, I'm not going to lose a spiritual person.
Mhm.
I know that if you're coming to me, if you're not coming, no, let's say it this way. I know that if you're coming to me, you've got spirituality inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to bring it out so that you just believe,
Mm-hmm.
like, in the divination so automatically. That's the difference.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You already have it in you, which you did, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't have rules. You do not have to attend class. The recordings are fine. And this is the first class where 50% never showed up. They only did the recording.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah, so that works out for me with the recording. I would join whenever I can, late after my spiritual
you
herbalism
sure
class
did. I remember that. Yes.
and things like that. And, it just moved from there. But to your point, a few minutes ago, when you said that the group was brought together for a reason, right?
Yeah.
I so agree with that. And I really
Mm-hmm.
connect with that because for who I am made to be, right?
Yeah.
Healing people and being out there where people can see me and find me. I wasn't doing that. I was hiding, right? I was hiding,
Oh, got it.
and like
Oh,
experience, etc., and things like that. I'm not going to get
yes, yes,
into
yes,
that,
yes.
but it caused me to hide. And so
Oh,
then I found myself stuck and unable to come out of hiding. I didn't know how to do it, right?
until you met me, and I was like, everybody come out.
So I realized that I needed to network and just be around people. So the
Yes,
apprenticeship that I took, that gave me the opportunity to do that, right?
yes,
And then, connecting with you in the group,
yes,
the gems,
yes.
right?
Yeah,
That
the
gave me
gems.
the opportunity to do that as well on an even bigger scale. So bit by bit, and as you
Mm.
know, I do a radio talk show on Facebook every Friday on the Yoruba tradition. Yeah,
Yes.
so all of those things, I just had to take action, become proactive to bring
Mm-hmm.
myself out there, So, oh, I see someone's posting only mother or grandmother of all. Arisha. No, I was just reading one of the comments there. I was trying to understand what they were saying. Why are they so afraid of it again?
Well, let me answer that. Let me answer that, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
People are afraid of the Omicron because of the way it's being set up in the media.
Mm-hmm.
If you're afraid of it, then you'll go get the vax. That's how they're setting it up. Should you be afraid of the Omicron? Yes, because it does have components in it that appear to be more aggressive. And the numerical components is what the scientists are afraid of. They don't know what it means. But is the media combating you with fear? Yes. We are not going to operate under fear, Giacana. You're one of us. So you will not operate under fear. We've already been through COVID. Some
Mm-hmm.
of us have caught the COVID and lived.
Mm-hmm.
What we're going to do is practice all the modalities that will keep you safe.
Right.
Every day, we're going to remind ourselves we
Mm-hmm.
are not chosen for death.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you're going to keep your hands clean. You are going to keep a mask on. I am telling you to double mask right
Mm-hmm.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Buy up all the masks that you can find.
Yeah.
But You don't have to, because now we know that any cloth works.
Mm-hmm.
Any cloth works. Just cloth it up. But no, we're not, none of us are going to operate under fear. And the reason why I say that, Ifaseye, is seriously, if you're going to die, you're not going to know it.
At some point, when that last breath leaves your body, right? I guess.
Or even if it's a surprise, many people have died in the COVID in the middle of their sleep. You're not going to know it. So operating
that's a
under
good question,
fear,
right?
yeah.
That's a good question. That brings a question for me. It might be off topic, and I really don't want to go down that road because it can be a really long, intense conversation. But why are people afraid to die? That's a question that I think we all should ask ourselves. We don't need to answer it now, but think about it. What is it about death that has you afraid? Right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, for me, right? If I must be honest, you know, I don't want a tremendous amount of pain before I cross over, right? But also, I guess for the most thing for me is dying without fulfilling my destiny.
That would be scary for me.
That's the main thing.
That's why I also say learn to not have any regrets.
Yeah.
Right? Like, get the things out, say what you want to say, and operate under authenticity. However, Ifaseye, I tell everyone I have a different relationship with death. So whenever a celebrity dies, if you notice, I don't do the reading right away. Because everyone else energetically has this relationship with death based upon fear.
Right.
And I can't do my reading when the world is responding so excitedly over someone's death. I have a different relationship with death, which means I understand it happens.
Yeah, it's inevitable.
It's inevitable. And I understand why it happens, the way it happens for that person. I understand when a baby is born with a heart defect and the baby can't stay. But the baby comes long enough to teach the mother something, the doctor something, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And the one baby I could bring up, who I think is like 22, 25 years old now, is a baby that got the first artificial heart. You have to have many deaths to get there, designed by God.
Yeah, and you know what? No matter how short a life is, it still has added value. Though we may not know what the value was, right? Or that was added, right? But
although it also may hurt.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? But how many circumstances have you heard of a, let's say, a famous kid dying, right?
Yeah.
And then you find out 5 years later that same kid that died saved 20 lives with his organs.
You know, yes, absolutely.
Because that's just a few examples. Just a few examples.
Absolutely. You know, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. That's how I would identify myself, right? For me, there's no separation of the two between spirit and the physical, other than, okay, you know, physical is more tangible, something that you can touch, you can see,
feel,
you know,
like
that, right? But in terms of living, right, and how I live, right, I don't say, okay, I'm not gonna, whoever I am spiritually, it's gonna be noticeable, right?
Right.
It's gonna be noticeable.
Right. Right.
You know, wherever I am, whatever.
Like your earrings. I love your earrings, right? It's gonna be noticeable. Spiritually, yes.
You know, it's going to be noticeable because all of that is what makes Ifaseye, right?
Yes.
So the physical side, you know, I have on some tight jeans. Do you understand what I'm saying? That doesn't mean I
Good.
have to be dressed like a monk, right? Right?
Good.
I
Right.
just
No, I'm
need
glad
to
you got
be.
on tight jeans. Show that booty.
I'm just making an example. The, the point that I'm trying to make is a spiritual being doesn't need to look a certain way. Do you understand what I'm saying? What looks the certain way is their energy.
Mm.
The energy of that person. That's what looks a certain, will look a
Yes.
particular way, right? So
Yes.
because you're a spiritual, you know, I'm a priestess, that doesn't mean I have to have long gowns all the time, right?
Mm.
It's the
Yeah,
energy.
but your energy exudes priestess though. You look like a priestess.
So
Yeah.
again, it's the
Yeah.
energy,
It's the energy.
right?
Yeah. You
Right.
embody priestess.
You know, because for me, there's no separation of the two between my spirituality and who I am living in the physical.
Oh, I love that.
There's no
Yes.
separation. You know,
Oh.
remember that time when you asked me to teach about wellness, right? And I said to you,
Hmm.
I can't teach one without the other. It has to be both physical and spiritual, right?
Oh
Because
yeah.
and even plants are made that way. Plants have their spiritual properties as well as their physical properties, both
Hmm.
of which are healing.
Yes.
Mind, body, spirit, right?
You know, you brought that up. You brought up the last class that we had.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't mean for you to misinterpret what I was asking you to do. I'm spiritual, so I understood that was
I
coming
didn't misinterpret.
naturally.
Yeah. No, I didn't misinterpret it, and I wasn't offended at all. But for
Okay.
me, it's just automatically I think of it as one.
It is. But
Yeah.
but to stay on that,
Hmm.
you are giving another class. Now, whoever missed her first class, oh, it was well, we did it together. Who am I kidding? It was really, really nice. But Ifaseye is doing this class for Ifaseye and what she presents to the world. So,
Hmm.
when are you doing this class?
So the class was supposed to be on the 5th. As I told you, there were some situations with my dad,
Sure,
you know.
sure.
So the class is going to be held on the 12th.
And the 12th
Um,
is what day?
12th is a Sunday. It's like a
Okay,
Sunday, late afternoon, early evening, 6 o'clock is what I'm getting.
6 o'clock
Um, 6 p.m.,
Eastern.
6 o'clock Eastern, right?
Okay.
And the class is on spiritual wellness and the
Mm.
importance of that, right?
Which
So,
is which is perfect
mhm,
with this new Omicron that's coming up. I'm not asking you to do anything based upon Omicron,
mhm,
but I'm saying
mhm,
now that we've got a new variant in, we need classes on wellness.
right.
So go ahead. I'm
And
sorry.
spiritual wellness and protecting ourselves and you know clearing our vibrations, our aura,
Mm.
all of those things, right?
Right.
So, and not just even our bodies, right, but our home, our space, right?
Yes.
um
Yes.
for me, at the end of every year, the last week of the year is spent doing a thorough spiritual cleaning of my home,
For the
right?
new year.
It's
Oh,
spent
we do that
taking
too.
specific types of spiritual bath for my
We
family to bathe with, right?
we do that too. Like we
Mhm.
don't enter, this is my intimate family. I can't say
Right,
any other family, but my
right,
intimate family doesn't enter the new year with a dirty house.
right, right. So all of those things to clean out all of those low vibrating energies, those stuck energies, those stubborn energies from yourself, from your space. There are
Yeah.
different things that you can, different ways that you can do it, right? So as
Hmm.
a Yoruba practitioner, is going to be based on that as well as a universal way because spirituality is spirituality. And there are many
Hmm.
different avenues of spirituality that have ways of doing spiritual cleaning using
Sure.
particular type of herbs, things,
Yes. Yes.
right? So
Yes.
that's what it's about, and the importance of it. So all in a nutshell, right? If you were to sweep your living room today, right? And 7 days from now, even if no one has entered your space, there's going
Yeah.
to be dust on the floor, right?
Oh, yes. Yes.
So that's how low vibrating energies can attach themselves to us. We leave the
Got
house all
it.
the time. We're amongst people who are also having their stuff, right?
Yes.
We go into
Yes.
hospitals where
Yes.
we
Yep.
go into grieving places, whether it's funerals or whatever, right? So all
Yes.
of those things are attaching themselves to us, right? So if we are
Yes.
constantly cleaning ourselves like we will constantly clean our homes, that helps tremendously, right?
Got it.
So
Got
that
it.
if something is off and doesn't feel right, you will already know it. Because if you have a pile of dirt on the floor, if I drop a little something, you probably won't notice it, right? But if the floor is clean and I drop that dust of whatever, you're gonna
Yes.
notice it, right? So
Yes.
it's just how it is for us in our aura,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's why it's important to be clean, to have that
Mm-hmm.
spiritual health going.
Mm-hmm.
I see someone says neighbor's energy trickling in.
So,
Hmm.
so far, what I'm getting is that your class will be December 12th, 6 p.m. Eastern, and it's on
Beautiful.
spiritual wellness. And there's a diverse amount of information that you're
Mhm.
going to offer up,
Yeah.
which I think let's get on board because we just have to enter the new year better. All of us. We
Yeah.
have to figure out that ending,
Hmm.
not the beginning,
Yeah. Hmm.
ending the new year
Hmm.
to me is so much hot. Like ending it,
Yeah.
end it peacefully, end it lovingly, end it kindly.
Hmm.
Like take a moment
And with appreciation and gratitude.
and with appreciation and with gratitude and take a moment to maybe thank 2021 because
Because
you
it
don't
wasn't all
know what
bad.
2022 is bringing. We know what 2021 gave us.
Yeah, but also we don't know what we were saved from, right?
Oh my God. Like so many things, right? We don't know. And I don't know who had bad experiences in 2021.
Hmm.
But I know that if you're watching this, you were saved from something.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
I don't know to what degree. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if
Hmm.
you're here with us today, there might be something in 2021 that even if it was a bad experience, even if you can't see it today, can turn out to be something amazing
Most importantly, your life was spared, right? With life comes opportunity.
for change. I hear you. I can't wait I can't wait for December 1st because I'm lucky. Don't get me started. I
Mhm.
just moved, right? So I got a clean house. I'm like, yes, I did it. So all I need to do is straighten up, re-wipe everything, I don't need to pull my refrigerator out. There's nothing there. I don't need to pull my stove out. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
But we've got the kitchen tiles. You know how we tend to forget the kitchen tiles when grease
Mhm.
splatters.
Yeah.
Wipe all of that down. All of that's your kitchen. That's your spiritual energy. Get the knobs of everything, and this is for cleanliness for Omicron. Get the knobs for everything that you touch in your kitchen. Do it with bleach. Some people bleach is too much, so do it with Fabuloso, do it with whatever works for you.
Mhm.
But do that and do it all month so that your ending is with a great
Yeah.
new year, a
Mhm.
great ending.
Yeah.
In any case, I can't wait to take your class.
Thank you.
Bring a note and paper and oh ciao. Come join us December 12th. Now, if they need to contact you,
Mhm.
how do they contact you?
Okay, so you can contact me at Ori Naturals.
Ori.
Or
Let me
yeah.
just put it in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that. Ori. Oh, wait.
Mm-hmm.
Why did that happen? Oh, God. Guys, my text isn't working. I hardly ever use it. Let me see, chat.
Customer service at orinaturals.com. Sorry.
Did you type it in?
Can I? I'm not seeing.
Do you know how?
No. Or maybe I could type it in.
You know, they changed stuff here. Scan text. I don't want to scan. Oh, that's my house. Thank God my house is clean. No. Wait. Oh, I think I got it. Hold on. No.
Customer service at orinaturals.com.
Can somebody else put it in? The baseboards too. Oh, yes, the baseboard. Oh, yeah, the baseboards. Can somebody type in Ori? O-R. Oh, I got it. O-R. Oh, wait. It should be customer service?
Yes.
See, every time I go here. Chat. All right. I got Ori out. I didn't get the other part out. They changed things on. I never put anything. That's why. All right.
I just posted it.
You posted it where? I don't see it.
On YouTube.
Oh, it's not coming up yet.
My
Let me see
iPad.
if I can post it. Videos.
Yeah. Customer service at orinaturals.com. ORI naturals.com. Yeah.
All right.
I think that's the best email to use because it's tied to my online business. So
I'll put it in the
that way the
description.
emails go to one area. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll put it in the description so everyone can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here. Hold on a second. Let me just turn it down. Customer service.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not.
At Ori.
Mm-hmm.
What's your website? Your website is Ori Naturals?
Yes, .com. Mm-hmm.
So customer service at orinaturals.com. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's the email address.
And naturals is spelled Naturals?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I put it in, but it's definitely not showing. Yours or mine is not showing on the screen.
Yeah.
Do you see it? No. But it's on. It's
I'm
in
seeing
here
it
though.
via my iPad. I'm seeing it, but I'm not seeing it on the screen here. Oh, I see it now. I see yours. I see it now. Mm-hmm.
Oh yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Yeah.
And then we have a jackass coming up. So just let me allow him. Well, I think it's a him. To go. We don't have time for jackasses. Okay. Oh, child. No, we don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Sunday, December 12th. I think it's good timing. As we're nearing year end, so that people can, decide and plan how they would like to do their end of year cleaning or cleaning for themselves, things
I
like
love it.
Mm-hmm.
I already love it. I'm already there. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait till December 12th.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
let's get the part of the reading out.
Okay.
And we had already discussed that we were going to do Ghislaine Maxwell. her trial started today.
Mm-hmm.
And we noticed that a character named Marilyn Manson, home was evaded. He was not home, but his home was, is it invaded? Invaded or evaded? I forget which word.
Mm-hmm.
Invaded.
Mm-hmm.
And it was for some, hold on a second. One of the people that I know said she loves you.
Oh, thank you.
And she says you're helping them get pregnant.
Oh, hey.
And she says you are amazing. You know who it is. She says you are amazing.
Oh,
but I also think who you're working with is amazing. So I want to remind everyone, like, come to the table fully expecting miracles at all times, right? Don't come to, like, a lot of times I get readings from people and they want me to say what they want to hear. And I can only say what spirit wants you to know. And so if a relationship's not going to work out, there's no miracle that's going to get pulled out of the hat for me to lie to you. Because something better is there, right?
If you want to,
so come to the table better.
Mm-hmm.
So you have someone that's coming to the table.
Yeah.
Like, she's amazing. So she's matching up that same energy.
Yeah. I agree.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So, Ghislaine.
Well, so when you and I spoke yesterday, and you know that I don't look at the news. I stopped looking at the news like some years ago. I look at it if I hear something, then I'll tune in. But right? So I don't know what's really going on with the case and the Of course, I know about Jeffrey Epstein, etc. But But anyway, so you and I discussed about whether there might be a list of other names or a list of other people and things like that. So I did the reading based on our discussion yesterday, right?
Right. Right.
So, I pulled the cards, and the first card I did the Celtic cross, right?
Okay.
So the first card I got was the King of Swords, right? And for me, it's like forging ahead, charging ahead, in the sense of they are really looking to bust this thing wide open. Just in looking at the cards in general, right? It's like there are a lot of people concerned and worried, right? And I think that this has been going on for eons. I mean, many years. It's almost feels to me kind of like a secret society type of thing, type of movement, type of energy, right? But what's confusing me, Tracy, not confusing me, but has me a little baffled, right? Is what's crossing is the Page of Cups. Right?
Yeah.
So, I'm getting the feeling of empathy, not soft heart, but like kind hearted, or, so it makes me wonder if there are people who could possibly really bust this wide open, but maybe they have ties to some of the people that's on the list, whatever that list is, right? And maybe there's some kind of empathy around that. I'm just not sure, but I am pretty clear that they want to move forward. They are anxiously pursuing, getting to the bottom of this. And then what is in the third position is the Five of Cups.
Right. I like that deck.
Yeah, it's the textured tarot.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's an indie deck. I've had it for a couple of years. This is one of the first decks that I bought, but I just started using it about a month ago. But yeah, so there's concern about loss. There's also denial. I think that it's hard to hear that your loved ones um, is guilty of such acts, such type of acts,
Yes.
right? So there's
Yes.
denial, there's resistance, and possibly resistance from cooperation because of something like that, right? And
Yes.
also resistance to change. It's like, it's like just let sleeping dogs lie, leave it where it is, wherever it lays, let it lay, because they don't want to drudge everything up, right?
Got it. Got it.
Also, there is concern for a lot of people. I think there's a lot of people that have their hands in this in some way, that has a lot at stake to lose, right?
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
Forget about not just reputation, right? But also could be monetary, things like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Right? And so in the past position, I got the 10 of Pentacles, right? And the
Mm.
moment I saw this, what came to mind for me was this is a long standing racket.
Mm.
It's been
Racket.
going, it's
That's
been
a
going
good
on for
word.
a long
Yes.
time,
Yes.
the 10 of Pentacles typically means like legacy and that type of stuff, right?
Yes.
But
Yes.
it's almost like a legacy in the sense of,
It's a weird kind of legacy.
yeah,
Yes.
it's been
Yes.
going on for quite some time.
Plus, besides that, Ifashay, a
Hmm.
lot of these men, they have like weird traditions and clubs.
Yes, secret society.
Yes.
That's the term that just kept coming to mind for me. Secret
Mm.
society. Yeah, right.
Mm.
And now, when I first looked at this card, which is what crowns, and that's the magician, right? The first thing that
Mhm.
pops into my head is that they are pulling out all the stops to keep this information from being exposed, right? But
Mhm.
when I think about um, the Knight of Swords, which is the first card that I pulled, I don't know if I might have said the King of Swords by mistake, but it's also like there are people on the other side that's also eager and doing as much as they can, pulling out all of their stops, right,
Can
to
I
expose
can I
everything.
can I offer up that sometimes we forget that
Mhm.
there are, you're talking about the dead, right?
Hmm?
When you say there are people on the other side, are you talking about the
Oh
dead?
no, not on the other, no, not the dead. So you
Oh,
you have those that are trying to keep things covered and those that are
mm,
trying to keep things exposed. So I
thank you.
think on
Okay,
both sides, right,
got
you
it.
have that same energy of trying to do whatever they can do to expose or whatever they can do to cover
Got
up.
it.
Right.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you for the clarification. I always go to the dead. Sorry.
It's okay. So what lies ahead in the sixth position is the tower. And
Oh,
And when I saw that card, what first came to mind was London Bridge is falling down.
oh my God, no.
It's going to come tumbling down at some point. I
You
think.
know, she's from over there.
Oh, really? Is she?
Yeah, she's British, I think.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know.
So when you got that song, oh my God. And of course, Andrew's involved
Mm.
from the Queen,
Right, right.
son.
See, again, pardon my ignorance because I don't. I just don't look at the news just for my own mental health. I don't. So I don't usually
Mm.
know what's going on like that, in detail. Wow, interesting. Wow. So in the seventh position, I got the nine of swords, right?
Mm.
Which typically means worry, right? So I mean, throughout this deck, to me, the energy that I get is a lot of people are worried. A lot of people, because I think a lot of them are very well known, you know,
Mm.
and to have that, everything around them crumble down in terms of their reputation, things like that. And of course, loss of money, right? Loss
Mhm.
of income, if they are celebrities, it could be loss of work, endorsements, things like that. But
just loss of face and status. Like you could
yes,
lose everything
yes,
with what she
yes,
says.
yes. So now if you look at over here, right? You know, typically these are swords, right? In a
Mm-hmm.
standard deck, right? But it almost looks like hands just reaching out, almost ready to catch them,
Oh,
right?
wow.
Right? Yeah. That's
Oh,
what
wow.
yeah.
That is more scary than the swords because
Right.
that's
Right.
almost invisible.
It
Talk
looks
about
right.
energy.
It's a
Talk about
shadow.
energy.
If you
The
notice, it's a shadow,
shadow.
right?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
the shadow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So, and in the
So a lot of people have a lot to worry about. If
yeah,
that's energy in your card
yeah,
and that looks like hands,
yeah.
oh,
So no one knows when they're gonna be tapped. You know, when they're gonna be tapped on the chakras, right?
oh, oh,
But they certainly know what they were doing, right?
right.
Is everyone's name gonna be on the list? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. Right? So it's like they're like sitting ducks, kind of like, you know.
I wouldn't want to be any of those celebrities
Yeah.
or
So
politicians.
in the eighth position, I have the death card. Eighth position, what's around the energy around. For me, I see that as a rebirth and needed around this whole thing, right? And possibly not just this particular scandal, but so many other things that we're facing today, you know. um yeah, I don't even, I'm not even thinking transformation, more so than a rebirth needs to take place. That's the energy I'm getting from that. Yeah. Are you hearing me, Tracy? 'Cause I can't see, so I'm not
I
sure.
am, but I lost my sound.
Oh,
Give me a second.
okay.
Sometimes I can tap it and it'll come back on, but I didn't want to tap it until
Okay.
you noticed I wasn't there. So give me 1 second.
Okay.
Don't leave me.
I'm here.
Ifashay?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
No, I don't have sound.
Uh-oh.
There you go. I can hear you now, sweetie.
Okay, good.
I
Hmm.
am so sorry. I keep playing with my mic
Oh, when
to
you open
keep
it,
it
yeah. That
to
happens to
keep
me
it
sometimes.
to keep it charged. And so
Mm.
when one goes out, I put it in when it's charged, and I keep doing that. And at some point, it breaks. The
Connect.
system breaks. So I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, it's okay. Um,
So what were you trying to tell me though? Because I'm fascinated.
so in the eighth position, I have the death card, right?
Mm.
And I don't see it as a transformation, more so than I see it as a rebirth, you know,
Hmm.
a rebirthing that needs to take place. I mean, there's just such a mess, right? It's just like
Yes.
newness is needed, right?
Yes.
Um, and I think it extends beyond this, I guess, scandal as well. I
Hmm.
think just in general.
Yes.
In the ninth position, which is the hopes and fears, we have this another worrisome looking card, right? But this is the Five of Pentacles. You know,
Mm.
worry about loss. You see all the holes there,
Yes.
that all that missing money, money loss, and other things as well, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the hopes and fears. There's so much to lose at stake for the people that's involved, whoever they are and however they're connected, whether they're supported in some way, whether they directly, committed these offenses. But there are you know, it's a conglomerate of people, I believe, right? And then
Yes.
to answer the question that we asked,
Yeah.
you know, as to whether or not there's a list or, you know, list of other people. In the 10th position, I get the Sun card.
Oh.
So for me, that's a resounding yes.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, that's a resounding yes.
Oh Lord.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know in terms of time. I don't know, but I think that um, you know, this is gonna be dragged on for some time. You know,
You
just
mean
the whole thing.
the residual of it
Yes.
could
Mm-hmm.
drag on for
Yeah.
some time.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, I'm going to pull you from solo,
Okay.
exit solo.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, and I'm back. Um, so, to get a final outcome as a yes card,
Mm-hmm.
um, let's just say a lot of celebrities are not going to escape. It's almost like an era of like lies and corruption in the sex. I'm gonna like in this, you know, I don't want to say sex trafficking because that lightens the feeling. So I want to say in the sexual inappropriateness
Mm-hmm.
of persons,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it could change the sex industry drastically,
Yeah.
you know? And I don't know what I mean by that, but if Playboy were around, I think it would close down,
Possibly.
which
Right. Mm-hmm.
which means I don't know if strip clubs can survive after this. You know what I mean? Like it's just gotten so bad. It's just one thing to want to go to a strip club. It's another thing to have a back room in the strip
Right.
club.
Right.
And that's what I mean.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm. I
All
agree.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what I get.
Okay.
Please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about Ghislaine. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see. Ghislaine is your child, Father God. She's your love. She's your beloved. Please authorize me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen, amen, amen. I pulled the cards while you were reading. So I get the Knight of Wands, right? So the question is, does she have names? I get the Knight of Wands. And to me, this is her.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the people that she is going to throw under the bus. And also, she is mad.
Oh yeah.
She is mad. How dare you all leave me out to dry? How dare you all make me, even though she is guilty as hell. But I think what's happening is that whatever secret society she's been a part of, very elite, very rich, evasive to any complications, I think that I don't know, if you had a lifestyle that way all your life, you would expect somebody to come save you. And they're letting her rot. Which, by the way, I think it's very typical for them to let a woman rot.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I still question whether or not Epstein is really dead.
I don't know.
I think that's why she's so angry. I think she's questioning it too. Because it's a secret society. So what I'm saying is that she knows they could save her.
Of course. Yeah.
It was kind of like OJ. Remember OJ? Which I
Mm-hmm.
didn't understand in the beginning. Whew, I didn't get this until the trial. And he said, "Where's the camera?" Not OJ, R. Kelly. R. Kelly said, "Where's the camera?"
Mm-hmm.
Because the camera was going to talk to that person.
Mm.
You know me.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this to me? He wasn't talking to Gail.
Mm-hmm.
You know me. You know me, Ghislaine. Right?
Right.
He was living in Trump Tower, not paying rent.
Mm-hmm.
You know me, Ghislaine. You know me, whoever was behind that camera that he thought he was talking to, that didn't save him either.
Mm-hmm.
Right? She's pissed.
Of course.
And if this has got to be the end for her, she wants bodies.
Yeah, she's going to take some people down with her. Mm-hmm.
So be afraid.
Mm.
The shadow card is very similar to, and I never use this deck, this is my Witch's Tarot, but it's perfect, this card to show up. The shadow card is very similar to your Nine of Wands, was it?
Nine of Swords.
Nine of Swords.
Mm-hmm.
Look how similar the cards are.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And notice what's coming. That light, that's not a good light.
Yeah.
That light is the creature.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? Look, this person's hiding too. This ain't the creature. He's like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Get them. Get them. Right? Look at the card again, guys. Yeah. Look what's happening. So with that being said, oh, child. See this book this high priestess is holding? She's holding a scroll. I don't know if you guys could see it, but she's holding a scroll.
Yeah.
She's got lavender. I believe it's lavender in the left hand, I believe. Hold on, let me just make sure. I always forget in this deck. Yeah, it's lavender. It's flowers or lavender. And the other hand, she has a scroll. And you know, scrolls are secrets on very, very valuable paper. You almost have to be careful how you unravel, fold it, take it down, because it could fall apart. This is gonna fall apart for others. I get a Knight of Wands. Oh, child, there's gonna be many raids, by the way.
Yeah.
Many raids. She offered up something. She gave the FBI what they needed. And I have to tell you, even if it was nothing, even if it was minor, she gave them a name. She's like, well, take this name, find something.
Right.
She doesn't care.
And maybe if they offer her something bigger, she'll give more names.
Yes. Yes. She's fighting back though. She is mad. And the thing is, interesting enough, I think there might have been a hit on her life. Maybe we'll hear about it later, but I feel like
she knows a lot, right? She knows
too much, too much. And I think there was a hit, and they really did preserve her, unlike preserving Epstein. I get the Knight of Wands. I get the Ten of Cups. There's going to be families, whole families involved.
That's what I said. You know.
You said that too.
You know, with the Ten of Pentacles.
Oh my God! Yeah, you got the Ten of Pentacles. It's family.
You know. It goes deep. A lot of attachments. You know, I mean, the strings are really attached to a lot of people, even if it's indirectly, right?
And I think that with families, in terms of indirectly, some part of it they know.
Of course. You know, looking the other way or pretending they don't know, or, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, yeah.
Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, be scared, everyone. Don't worry about Omicron. Worry about Ghislaine. be scared. And there are people that are like, please don't let my name mention. Please don't let my name mention. Please, did she mention my name?
It's like they're sitting ducks. They don't know if their name is on the list. They know what they did, but they're not sure if their name is on the list or not, you know?
I love that. I love because you said they're sitting ducks. And I'm agreeing with that. My final outcome card is, drum roll, please. Tower. Oh my God, this is crumbling around many people.
And I got that in the future position, right?
You got in the future. Although I think your tower is so cute and so adorable. Oh my God. What have you people done out there? What did you do for your careers? What did you look the other way for? Who did you marry knowing that you heard rumors about a person that you're married to?
Yeah. You know, because for those individuals, right, who may not have direct hands-on involvement, right, the fact of them knowing, right, and you know right from wrong, so the fact of them knowing, it's making them guilty by association. So now if they are questioned, right, so even those people, of course, have to be concerned also about someone's name leading to the calling of their name.
That's what I'm talking about. It's like, listen, I don't think any of these people are going to be able to keep quiet about the next person. So because they're gonna demand a name from everyone.
Yeah.
This is going to be, like you said, very long, drawn out, but with the tower showing up for both of us, this is the end of corruption.
I hope so.
Getting dismantled.
I hope so.
It's about greed, money, and power, and just inappropriate reasons why people would have invested.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, with this transit Uranus and Taurus.
Also, I think we were talking about this in the group. I know you weren't in the group today, but Tosha mentioned something about Pluto going direct, which is another aspect that's bringing about, I mean, Venus goes retrograde, and Venus is all about money, corrupt or not, it's all about money. A lot of the planets are in alignment to break down corruption and structures that can't move forward with the new Earth. So with that being said, I think we're going to see a lot of suicides. Possibly.
Because when I think back to 2008 with the whole Ponzi scheme and things like that, and people so much money, so many people committed suicide. Big wealthy business people who lost all of their wealth committed suicide. I know of this one man. He went, he killed his sons and his wife, then went on campus to pick up his daughter, brought her back home, killed her, and killed himself.
Oh, he just couldn't take himself out?
I guess he didn't want to leave them to suffer. I don't know.
I don't want you to hear all the bad things that I did. So we all go, no.
Because when that happened, right, the first thing was I worked at AIG Investments at the time.
Did you?
I did. Yeah. And what they did, they had people come in to seal all of the windows. They sealed all of the windows because the building that I worked in was an older building where you can actually lift the windows up and down.
Yeah.
Actually, it was the headquarters.
Where's the headquarters in New York City?
The headquarters, yeah, it was on William Street, off of William.
Okay, I know William Street.
Yeah, close to the stock exchange area. Right? And
Wall Street area.
Yeah, Wall Street area. So they brought people in to seal all of the windows.
Because they already knew
Mm-hmm.
death is among us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So we can survive on rice and beans because we've learned how to overcome and endure, right? But
Right. But they can't.
sometimes the wealthy, they've been entitled for so long, they just
Yes.
can't,
They can't imagine.
yeah, they can't imagine how to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting because they love the wilderness. They'll act like they can survive in the wilderness in a minute, but you try and survive without a gun in the wilderness.
Well, they have their RVs or whatever gets them there. They
Not
have
the same thing.
you know.
Not the same thing. You're roughing it and you think it's cute when y'all cook for canned beans and frankfurters. You try cooking
You
beans
want
from
to talk about
scratch
the
and that's all
wilderness.
you have.
If you want to
You
talk
heard
about
me?
about the wilderness, I think it was 2019. Yeah, I did a pilgrimage. Right, we went to the different towns of the various Orishas, and we went when we went into
In
where
Africa?
yes, yeah, when we went
Jealous.
to where Ogun stayed,
Mm-hmm.
was probably like an hour in to the forest. So you want to talk about the wilderness?
Yeah, because Ogun is in the forest, right?
It was
Right.
amazing, though. It was amazing. Oh my
I
God.
can't even imagine how beautiful that must have been. Hold on a second. Hold on. Don't leave me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just cooking up my dinner and I could smell it from here. So I'm like, let me just fix it. Um,
Mhm.
um, some people are going to go into hiding, which means they're going to leave the country.
Yeah.
So watch those people that go to countries where there's no extradition at all,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
However, they're going to be really surprised when the leaders of the country is going to turn their backs on them. Like the stories are going to be so ugly that they're going to look at famous people and say, we cannot have you here.
Yeah.
We cannot trust you.
Mhm.
The people
Yeah.
do not trust you, and we love you.
Yeah. It's some horror stories,
Hmm.
Some horror
So
stories.
watch for some early exits,
Mm-hmm.
right? Without calling out names, I do have a few names in my head.
Mm-hmm.
There is couples. There's just couples involved. It's not. You understand? There's couples involved. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my God, I'm so upset.
That's what I mean. It's like a secret society. That's the only way I can describe it. I don't have the words for it other than that. You know,
I
and
think what I want everyone to remember.
mm-hmm.
Let's be really clear. Why this is happening? Because it involved children. It involved 12-year-olds,
Mm-hmm.
13-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
Some people were younger and led to believe, like, even if some were morally, like, bring me someone 18, right? Even if they were morally, you're still in a very suspect unit of an event.
Yeah.
So even if you were like, send me somebody that's 18, you know what's going around are some 13-year-olds in rooms,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
So that doesn't
somebody
make
will,
you holier than thou. That doesn't
ex-
exempt you.
exactly.
Right.
And if it's someone like Ghislaine who brings a child to a grown ass man, Ghislaine will say, tell him you're 18, tell him you're 21, right? The girl's petrified.
Of course.
She knows she can't get out that house safely.
Right.
So she goes in a room and he'll say to her,
Right.
how old are you? And she would say, sir, I'm 21.
Right.
Hoping that he recognizes her bone structure.
It doesn't matter because he's not looking for that. All he wants to hear so that he can honestly say she said she's 21.
Got it. Got it. got it.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. This
So
is
that's
going to
it.
be fun.
Mhm.
And I think it's going to go on for a couple of years, right? I don't know about the lawsuits, but I know the unraveling of who
Yeah.
will go on for a couple of years. And I think the lawsuits will be back to back.
Yeah.
I think what they're going to do is assassinate characters.
Well, yeah.
Before the 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 judgment date, like before the court, they're
Mhm.
gonna make people look like you.
Yeah.
Like it's almost gonna be like you're a communist,
Right.
you're involved with Epstein, you.
Yeah, they're going to be implicating, people. Yeah.
I tell you,
It's a
there's a
big
Queen
mess.
of Wands here, and
Mhm.
I think in the end,
Mhm.
although I saw this as Ghislaine, right, just mad as hell. In the end, she's going to be very, very satisfied.
Well, so that's what I said. If they may give her a deal that's sweet enough, then she'll give them what they want.
Yeah.
Possibly.
And she's given them a deal. I'm also getting, unfortunately, I hate to say this, guys, but it's so sad. Women are involved.
Yeah.
And I also think women are involved via their men
Well, that's how they can lure these young girls, especially, right?
through the women. Right. Which is why Ghislaine is there, because she was the one that the women trusted.
Mhm.
There's something here about three sisters being involved. If
Oh,
it's not three sisters,
interesting.
what? Did you
Because
get that?
I just got this Three of Pentacles when I was, you know,
And I got the Three of Cups.
interesting.
Somebody in three. So if it's not three
Working
sisters,
together.
then it's
Yeah.
a mother and two daughters.
Mhm.
But there's something about women of this, like one of the groups, because there's going to be couples and singles, and one of the groups is
Mhm.
where all the women were involved.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
All right, sweetie. Any final outcome?
Well, that was the card that I pulled.
Oh, well, explain again what the Three of Pentacles means. That is such a pretty Queen of Pentacles.
Yeah.
Is that a rose?
Yes.
I
So
love your deck. What is the name of that deck?
the textured tarot. Well,
Textured Tarot.
mhm.
So,
Yeah.
so pretty.
Yeah.
Is there a rose in every deck?
In on every card, you mean? No.
Every card? No. Okay. Okay.
Mm. Yeah.
So, go ahead. Tell me the Three
Well,
of
the
Pentacles, please.
three of Pentacles, when you think about it, collaboration, right? So, as you said, I think there are people working together. There are these three people working together, kind of like in cahoots, you know?
Yes. Kind of like in cahoots. Yes.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
All right. Let me pull this one. Let me just get it right side up or upside down, whatever it
Hmm.
wants to show itself. I'll just make it a little cleaner. I like it when it literally, come on, work with me. All right. Let's leave it at that. Up sound. Hedonist.
Well,
I mean, right side up, hedonist.
hmm
Oh, this is so apropos to everything. All right. It implies creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in oneself. Right side up. Let's take a look. Hedonist. Oh, chef. Oh, gourmet. Mystic, also could be a mystic, displays an appetite for pleasure in life, which is the wealthy people, from good food and wine to sex and sensuality. Challenges the archetype fear of being seduced and losing control. Oh. Parallels the search for spiritual transformation. That's interesting. Look for a lifelong pattern of pleasurable indulgence, which is what's happening here, either as an end in itself or an attempt to reach transcendent states. Um, so I think what I'm getting from this card, right, is I think this is Ghislaine. I think the very way she lured the girls to the men is the very way she lures the celebrities to the FBI. So she's always doing her job.
And she's good at it, right?
She's good
Unfortunately.
at it. She's good at the manipulation and the enticement and the sternness, right? Because I could see her going to a young lady and not tricking her. She's not like, come here, sweetie, come here. She's like, let me talk to you. You're going to meet up with a man and you're going to be very, very nice to him. And when you are done, you will get an award, right? That's the way I see her doing it. So I think she's having conversations with the FBI like that.
Yeah.
Like, give us names. What will you give me?
Right.
Because you're throwing me under the bus anyway.
Right.
If it turns out I've got to stay here forever, got it. What will you give me? So for every name, I get how much time off.
Right.
And you said that in the beginning. So I think she's, okay. I think she's enjoying the cat and mouse chase with the FBI.
Well, because at this point, she can make deals that benefits her. At least that's how it is now. At least that's what she believes, right? And it's right. So.
Oh, I can't wait to see the fallout because names were mentioned today.
See, now
at the first day of trial.
I did not know that. You know, so when I pulled the deck, just pulled the cards just before we started, I didn't know that because, as I said, I don't listen to the news.
Teresa, did she actually say, if I go out, I'm taking everything and everybody with me? Because that's the way I see the hedonist. Like, that's the way, but she's quiet, right? So I want to know if she actually said it. That is the action that I'm getting from her.
Yeah.
And I think today, the names that were mentioned, we had heard before. Never during a trial. We had heard the names from 2 years ago. But now we're at trial and the names are, right? They're of record now. It's different.
Yes, true.
But I have to tell you, over the past 2 years, I get a lot of documents from everybody. Sometimes I'm like, oh, do I want to know this? There was something like a 3 or 4 page thing that was sent to me. Don't ask me who, because you know what I do? I keep nothing. Nothing.
They're not going to find anything on you.
I don't want to know, even though they're like, Tracy, look at this. And I'm like, oh my God. Some of the names that I saw were shocking. Shocking. And of course, you don't believe it because certain people you love so much that you're like, nah.
So remember I mentioned denial, right?
Denial.
And that having that empathetic, right.
Right. This is from 2 years ago, and I'm like, nah. But it literally was like from New York, yada yada. Like, it was literally a legal document, and I'm like, oh, please.
Yeah.
But names were mentioned today, and no one is safe with Ghislaine. No one is safe with her. It's done.
And I've just come to the realization that, you know, that anyone, when you think of, let's say, once upon a time, let's say, right, when you think of celebrities and how the persona that they portray on television, you're thinking that's exactly how they are, right?
Yes.
And so it's like, no, there's no way that he or she would ever do that. No way. There's no way. Right. But, life has taught me anyway that it can be anyone.
Anything's possible.
Anything.
Anyone is possible.
And
stay open that it is a possibility.
But you have to know that it's a possibility. Yeah.
All right, sweetie, we did a good job.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I saw all the greetings, but I was trying to focus on.
I know it's hard to be like, hi, Melissa. But listen, I just want to tell everyone the best way to reach me for your own personal reading is to text me at 213-458-7408. Please subscribe. All right.
Yeah.
And Ifaseye is going to have a class December 12th. I invite everyone, male and female alike, to come join and learn about spiritual wellness as we're ending 2021 in gratitude. So again, if you all want to reach out to me, just DM me on Instagram, or even here, if you leave a comment and you're like, how do I get in touch with Ifaseye? Do it. I read everything. I don't always comment, but I read everything, and I will connect you. Or if you're on IG, DM me. Other than that, how can everyone reach you for
anything, right?
This class, for anything, right?
So one of the best ways to reach me is via email, and that's customer service at orunaturals.com. I do have an Instagram page.
Yes.
It is iyalode.ifaseye. So if you look at my name there, iyalode.ifaseye.
At iyalode.ifaseye, one word.
Right. And that's my personal Instagram page. And then for my online business, Ori Naturals, it is ori.naturals.ny. I don't have much posted on there yet. It's coming. I keep saying that. But yeah.
I do want you to repeat that one more time.
Yes. For my business Instagram, it's Ori, ORI, dot naturals dot NY, as in New York. Yeah.
Excuse me.
You okay?
No, I just go through this. It's okay.
Yeah. So Ori Natural, just in a nutshell, it's what I do is I use nature's resources to create formulations for healing mind, body, spirit. So that means body butters, soaps, a whole slew of things. Wellness products like spiritual baths. I wrote some things down. Energetic spritzers, right? These are the body butters here.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I recently opened the apothecary section where I'll be selling like teas and tinctures. So the teas aren't just for taste, right? They're actually made with intention and purpose, right? So whether it's physical healing or spiritual healing, because as I mentioned earlier, plants are dual, right? They're both spiritual and physical healing allies, right? Yeah. So that's it. Thank you again, Tracey, for having me on.
You're quite welcome.
Nervous, but I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your reading.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your presence. Thank you for showing up.
Thank you.
And I want you all to reach out to her .com, right? Which is orinaturals.com.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
All right. And come join us for class, December 12th, 6 p.m.
Yes.
All right. Reach out to me, reach out to Ifaseye, and I will definitely make sure you all connect if you reach out to me.
All right.
Thank you, sweetie.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for putting up with us. Please subscribe. Please follow. Please do all the things I always ask you all to do. But thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Ifaseye. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.